So I think my donut decor obsession is getting a little out of control. Donuts are taking over my apartment just a little bit. Oh hey guys, it's Kat. What's up? Welcome back to my channel, or hello if you are new. First of all, please excuse how uneven my pigtails are. Your girl had a bit of struggle with her hair this morning. But we have a new background today because today's video is all about exam and study hacks. These hacks help me get through high school and university, so hopefully you find these hacks helpful too. For today's comment, I want you to let me know what your favorite subject is in school or university. Personally, mine was drama because all we did was play games. But I was also really good at maths. I did actually do the advanced maths all through school and I studied it at university as well. So that's a little fun fact about me, and yeah, I'd love to know what your favorite subject is. Now without further ado, let's get into these hacks. So my first hack is to read out loud. Do you ever find yourself reading like a paper and you're just not taking any of it in? Like you get to the end of the paper and you can't remember a thing you've read? Well, personally, I find if I go back and read out loud, it helps improve my memory and focus, and I can recall what I've read. Apple was not the first to deliver a mobile digital media player or MP3 player to the market, not even close. In fact, they were the 8th and 4 years late to the party. My next hack would be to reward yourself. Now, don't do this like every 2 words you write in an essay, you get a chocolate bar sort of thing. Set realistic rewards. So for me, if I finish writing a paper or once I get through like my maths homework, I will reward myself with playing The Sims. You totally don't have to do that. You can like have a treat, watch a movie, play a different game. But I find this really helps me to motivate myself to get the work done. And it's just nice to have a reward once you accomplish something. The next hack is to read in Times New Roman. Now this sounds kind of crazy, but studies have proven that it's the fastest font to read. It's also an easy font to read. Have you ever wondered why most books are in Times New Roman? So for this, I normally just copy and paste my homework or my reading into a Word document and change the font to Times New Roman. The next hack is a very important one that you all should be doing already, and that is to remove distractions. For me, this means turning my phone onto flight mode and flipping it upside down so I can't actually see the screen. I'll also make sure I'm in a nice quiet place away from excessive noise and away from the TV. And my biggest issue is going on YouTube and social media when I'm working on my computer. So I use this app which actually blocks the sites you list for a set amount of time. This app is completely free and it's really easy to use, and it is such a lifesaver for me. The next hack is to create flashcards. Now you can either make these on your phone or you can write them out like I do. I prefer to write them out because I find it helps me to remember them when I'm writing stuff down. But these are super handy to carry around with you, like when you go to school or college, and just flick through them throughout the day. And they serve as a fresh reminder of what you're supposed to remember. The next hack I didn't learn until university, and that is to use Google like a pro. So there are certain commands you can type into Google to get a more precise search of what you're searching for. You can make it search specific sites, you can make it search everything except for a specific site. I'm gonna leave my top commands up on the screen here for you. These have literally changed my Google game and have made searching for what I'm looking for 10 times easier and more efficient. So my next hack is to take regular breaks. Now this really depends on what works for you. Again, don't like do 2 minutes of work and then have a half-hour break. Be realistic here. So for me, I like to do 45 minutes of study or like assignment work and then a 15-minute break. And in this break, you can get a drink, go on social media, get outside, go for a walk, whatever you want. The next hack is to listen to music. Obviously, you want to listen to music that isn't going to be distracting whilst you study. Studies have shown that the most effective music to listen to is actually video game soundtracks, because they're designed to keep you interested in doing a long task. So I just like to pop on my headphones and go into the Spotify playlists. They have a whole list of video game playlists you can choose from, so I'm sure you'll find something that suits your taste. The next hack is to use the power of scent to trigger your memory. Now, scent is one of the biggest memory triggers for the human senses. So what I like to do is I'll spray a certain perfume whilst I'm studying, and then I'll wear that perfume or body spray to my exam, and it just makes me feel like I'm back at home studying and I can recall the things that I've studied a lot better. A little disclaimer though, you'll probably resent that perfume smell for the rest of your life. My next hack is to listen to audiobooks, podcasts, your lectures on the subject whilst doing day-to-day things. So for me, I love to listen to podcasts on the subject that I'm supposed to be writing an essay on whilst I do the cleaning or go for a walk. Just things I would do normally whilst I'm not studying. It's also a lot more interesting than just sitting there and reading your textbook or watching a lecture. The next hack is to write your notes down. Don't type them and don't highlight them. Well, you can highlight your own notes, but don't just highlight the textbook. Writing out your own notes forces you to read what you're learning, think about it to come up with what note to write, and then you're also reading what you've written. So it's like 3 times the amount of learning that information instead of just copying and pasting it into a Word document. And by doing that, you're more likely to remember the information and have it stick in your brain. Next up is to do practice tests. You can find a bunch of them online. What I personally like to do is go to the education government website, and they'll actually have all the previous tests uploaded that you can download and work on. Chances are if you do that, there's going to be some really, really similar questions on your exam, so you're going to be a lot more prepared. Next up, I want to suggest eating a healthy diet. It has been proven that having a healthy diet helps with your memory, helps with information retention, reduces stress, and increases your energy levels. So next time you want a snack or a boost of energy, skip the gummy worms and go for a fruit salad. My next hack is to do exercise before you study. Again, it's been proven that exercise improves your mood, reduces stress, and increases energy levels. I'll also give you bonus points if you do it outside because fresh air, nature, and sunshine also help reduce stress. This next hack helped me out so much, and that is to write down all the formulas, dates, equations that you know you're going to need in the exam as soon as the exam starts. Just on that front piece of paper. This way you're not going to be stressing about remembering it for the whole exam until you get to that question, and you're also less likely to forget it. My next hack is to have a dedicated study space. Now, I've seen a lot of YouTubers that suggest switching up where you study, but I find it's actually the opposite that works best for me. With a dedicated study space, I get into the study mind frame and the zone a lot quicker and easier because when I sit down there, I know, okay, I'm here to study. So my next hack is really useful if you've left things to the last minute or you're just really pressed for time, and that is to listen to your lectures and watch your videos in double the speed. It's going to make everyone sound like a chipmunk, but you're going to get through everything twice as quick. The next hack is something that I really was not good at throughout high school, but it would have helped me out so much, and that is to write down due dates and exam dates as soon as you know them. Normally at the start of the semester, you'll get a big sheet which has all the due dates on it. Make sure you put these into your planner or on your calendar. My last hack is to write out sticky notes of important things you need to remember and stick them in high traffic areas in your house. So this means areas that you go to frequently. For me, this is on the fridge, on my mirror, and on the back of the door. This way you're going to be reminded of what you need to remember several times throughout the day. And those are all my hacks. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Don't forget to give this video a massive thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed yet. If you guys have a hack that I haven't mentioned, leave it in the comments to help everyone out. Good luck with all your exams and assignments, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!